Good morning, everybody. Brigette Patton with Soul Massages. I am here with Merrick. He's been enjoying the muddy mud and rain that we've been getting. But we are, as you can see, having our first flakes of snow. I mean, it's snowed a couple of times, but I think this is actually, happening. Um, so he's like, whoa, chill out, Mom. It's a little early for this. Anyway, so I've been getting a lot of messages with the new moon, and, there's been some influxes of huge bursts of energy. And I just kind of wanted to go over what's happening to our bodies with these ascension symptoms and what we're actually doing. Like, why are we getting these symptoms? What is happening to our bodies, and how we can shift it. So a lot of people are experiencing ringing in the ears right now. They're getting stomach aches, nausea, body pain. They're experiencing deja vu more often. Really the list goes on because everybody is going to be handling all of this a little bit differently. I mean, you can find tons of resources online about all the things that people are experiencing, and you might be experiencing it yourself. I have even been getting some migraines and whatnot, in the last couple of weeks when I haven't had migraines in years. And it's just because of how much energy is moving through our bodies right now. And what the point of all of this is we're all made up of sound frequencies. And we understand what a sound frequency does. It sort of helps to, I guess, discern between, because this is another question people ask a lot, like, what is the difference between my ego and my spirit? How do I know the difference? So I can hear and feel sound frequencies. We all can. It's just a gift that we have to develop if we choose to. Everybody has different gifts on how they're going to use their superpowers here on New Earth. And I keep saying New Earth, and a lot of practitioners and people talk about New Earth because it's just basically an awareness that we have. So we become aware that we're in a new frequency, in a higher frequency. That's also what traveling dimensions is referring to. When we're moving in and out of different vibrations, that is traveling dimensions, because each dimension is made up of a different sound vibration collectively. So the more people that are being brave and moving, and I say brave because that's the first step. That's the first step in shifting out of ego. Being brave enough to let go of those old stories. Being brave enough to release belief systems that are not serving you. Being brave enough to step outside of your comfort zone and trust the process so that you can feel your way into a higher vibration. And the reason I say feel your way into a higher vibration is because this is what it's all about. We are here to feel everything. And some things may be uncomfortable, but it's really just about learning. Allie came to greet us here. It's really just about learning how to feel and interpret what the messages are. Our bodies can interpret what is detrimental or destructive to life, and our bodies can tell what is creative and can help add to life based off of the power of the energy. And we are hardwired to go after the highest energy source. So we're going to be attracted to the highest energy source. So if we haven't figured out how to create that energy from inside of us, then it's going to feel really uncomfortable when we're going through all of these different ascension symptoms. Because each time we get a higher vibration into our body, if we don't know how to channel it, if we don't know how to direct it, if we haven't been taught how to focus it, or we haven't taught ourselves, it doesn't always have to be from somebody else, but it helps when you have that mirror. And honestly, that's what, and I've talked about this in other videos, our mentors and our parents and people, adults that were supposed to be mature enough in their spiritual walk to be able to, I guess, mirror that for us, that higher vibration. If they still had wounds because and they did, If they still had wounds because their parents weren't healed and so on, that's where the karmic energy comes in. It's karma all the way through. It's ancestral. It's in our DNA, passed down from generation to generation, lifetime to lifetime. And all of this is moving out of our body right now. Everything is moving out as the energy moves in. And so we're learning how to surrender to that energy so that we can use it to raise our vibrations. If we resist it, if we feel that energy and we resist it, it causes a separation of realities inside of our body, because we have to get to either a situation or an experience or a point or, an ability level to be able to process that energy in a safe space, in a space where we can release it and understand it. So that's what's happening inside of our bodies right now. We're just moving in and out of reality, and it's all based off of vibration. So we move up into a higher reality based off of what we allow to move out of our body, because two realities cannot exist in the same space at the same time. You can't be joyful and angry at the same time. You may fluctuate back and forth between the two, but they can't exist at the same time. So what we do is we start to raise our vibrations by releasing. We release what's no longer serving us. We release what feels heavy, but we do it by acknowledging it. And we do it by having awareness, because we're constantly, 100% of the time, we're projecting our reality around us all the time. And when we're projecting that reality with a vibration that is a lower frequency, then that's what we're going to attract. We're going to attract enough of that in until we realize that that isn't what we want anymore. It's providing contrast for us. So if we don't want that, or we want more of something else, then we move into that vibration. We open up, we ask signs, messages from spirit, but then we have to have the courage to shift outside of the vibration that we're already in. And there's a whole bunch of things that we can do to anchor ourselves into that higher reality. Money is one of them. Money is something physical. Writing is one of them. Writing is something physical. Writing, talking, there's a lot of different ways we can anchor ourselves into those higher vibrations. And the reason I say money is because I'm actually going to be talking a lot more about money and abundance and how we get that in these higher vibration realities. We get afraid of making a financial commitment to a higher vibration because when we're living in a third dimensional reality, when we're living in a physical reality and we haven't learned how to connect to spirit yet, it can seem really scary to give something financial or physical like that. But what's really happening is we're giving something physical, an energy exchange, so that we can receive a higher vibration of energy. Your vibration of energy is the highest currency in the multiverse. That is what we're made of, our energy. So if we can get higher vibrations, the natural result is abundance, because that's something physical. We can manifest anything we want here, but we have to be courageous. We have to be brave. And the natural effect is, as we climb higher in our vibrations, is we get all of the characteristics and traits that we know are available to us, but maybe we don't know how to get to them. And what it's about is having the faith and having the courage to trust yourself to discern between what feels amazing and what doesn't feel right. And we know the difference. And I'm not talking about it doesn't feel right because of fear. I'm talking about it doesn't feel right because it's dangerous to yourself. If you match that high vibration and it's something, it came in divine inspiration and you got into a really high vibration, that is something to trust. Because as soon as you're out of the... Merrick is really wanting to make sure we understand that we need to trust everything. Anyway, we have to trust that when we got into that high vibration, that spirit is going to lead the way so that we can complete our process of being able to match that vibration ourselves. So we get into this high vibration and we get divine inspiration and we feel it in our body and we get really excited. And then when we get out of that vibration, it gets scary. Well, of course it gets scary because you don't know how to maintain it on your own yet. So that's what this is about. This is about allowing the process to happen, trusting that when you get that higher vibration, that there's going to be steps in front of you to be able to keep moving forward, because we're always moving forward. We're always getting pulled towards something higher, something better, because we're hardwired that way. And all of these symptoms that we're experiencing, they do subside. It's not an onslaught constantly. When you get into a higher vibration, your body starts to process energy a lot easier. And can you do it on your own? Absolutely. There's a lot of different websites and support groups and things like that. But if it's something that you're interested in having somebody mirror that high vibration back for you so that you can learn to match it and maintain it faster, I am your person. I will help you through this process, not because I'm better, not because of my special gifts or anything like that, but I've been living in this frequency for a long time. And I can mirror that back for you until you can do it yourself. And that's what this is about. I am here to help you guys get to that vibration until all of us can maintain it together. Because exponentially more power is going to be happening with each one of us stepping into this space and having the courage to be able to maintain the energy frequency here. And we're all going to be able to do this. It's not an if or am I good enough or anything like that. Everybody's going to be able to do this. So again, if you want, you can schedule a complimentary synergy session with me. I would be happy to go over this with you guys. Otherwise, hopefully this message helps and kind of helps you figure out what's going on inside of your body. We're channeling higher vibrations, and each level just gets more and more amazing what we can feel. But yes, we absolutely have to go through those other vibrations so that we have the contrast to build our compass. And if you're projecting and sending patterns out that you're noticing that maybe you don't want to experience anymore, or you feel like you've learned the lesson and maybe you just want, to have it amplified a little bit, magnified, so that you can get in there and find out what's not working anymore, then message me. I would be happy to help you guys through this process. It's just magical. It's amazing. And everybody is going to be able to start seeing and waking up and building their awareness and getting rid of the scarcity mentality. Get rid of there's not enough. There's endless energy in the universe. We're always going to be able to channel more energy. So as long as you know how to channel energy, you're going to be able to create whatever reality you want. And that's the truth. Everybody feels that inside of their body when we talk about it. They know it's the truth. That's why you're in this group. That's why you're listening to this video, because you believe it. You feel it inside of your body. You were drawn here because this is a higher vibration than what's happening out there right now. Everybody wants to believe this. It's just having the courage to take the necessary steps. Listen to your soul, listen to your spirit, and allow for the process to start taking place rather than resisting it the whole way. Because that's not fun. That's not a fun way to go through Ascension. I did it already on my own, the fun way, if you want to call it, the resistant way. And it's not necessary. You don't have to go through it that way. There's support everywhere, and just believe that if you keep that frequency going, you're going to attract that support and the steps and the pieces that you need. So again, I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will be here if you need me for anything. I'm not going to be really online as often, but I will answer if anybody has messages or anything. I'm spending some time with my family this week. So I hope everybody enjoys their beautiful day, and you can see the snow here is now collecting. So I'm going to get my fanny inside. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.